ga da 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 tu 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 da 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 tu 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 da da. Oh my word! I'm terribly sorry. I had no idea you were here. Oh, what's that? Oh, don't mind me. I was just practicing some of my articulations for when I'm playing my flute. Oh, you'd like to learn how? Well, sure, I'd be ecstatic to teach you how to play the flute. Oh, but not so fast. Do you understand how to produce a proper sound on the flute? Do you understand the correct embouchure? Do you know the proper breathing techniques? Or how to support yourself while playing the flute? Well, you do, by golly. Well, let's move on to articulation then. What are we waiting for? Now, the reason I brought up those things is because they're very crucial to know before you move on to articulation. After all, you have to learn to walk before you can run. I think that could apply here. Maybe not. You get what I'm saying. Now, the very first thing we need to discuss about articulation on the flute is that the tip of the tongue will touch the roof of the mouth at the ridges that meet the teeth. Right here. Right here. The tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Up in there. You're not going to touch the tip of your tongue to your teeth. That will produce a sound like ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, or like that's not a good flute sound at all. What you want is to touch the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth to produce these syllables such as da, or ta, or ga, or do, to, for more legato approaches. I really do like to use da and ta. Ta happens to be a tad bit more percussive sounding. It has a little bit of an attack to it. I think it's good for reaching some high notes, especially for beginner players. But if I were to see a fly buzzing around me and laying on the desk in front of me, I would maybe take my fly swatter and go, ta! See that? Ta. Ta, ta, ta! It has a little bit more of a rough, aggressive beginning to the note, rather than da, which would sound a bit more like if I took two flowery pillows and put them together. Da! Isn't that nice? Now, there's nothing wrong with using ta. Like I said, I like to use it for reaching higher notes. It's just a little bit more percussive, so I really like to use da as the basic, more general approach. Do and to for legato. Now, moving on to double tonguing and triple tonguing. The way you would double tongue for playing 8th notes or 16th notes, and say a 4/4 pattern, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a, you would go da-ga over and over again. Da-ga, 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 da-ga. Try it with me. 8th notes. Da-ga, 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 da-ga. Now 16th notes. Here we go. Brace yourself. Da-ga, 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 da-ga. You get the idea. You're learning pretty fast. Triple tonguing. A little bit trickier, but you can handle it. Da-ga-da. Say that with me. Da-ga-da. Now say ga-da-ga. Ga-da-ga. If I were to put those two together, it would sound like da-ga-da-ga-da-ga, da-ga-da-ga-da-ga. That's one way to triple tongue. Da-ga-da-ga-da-ga, da-ga-da-ga-da-ga. Another, sometimes easier way, I actually prefer this way, but you can do either one. It's just da-ga-da, da-ga-da over and over again. Da-ga-da, 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 da-ga-da. It's just your own personal preference. You'll find what works for you. Now, here are some common errors when people usually try to articulate on the flute. Some common issues that they struggle with. They will get have some issues with tonguing with the throat. Now what I mean by that is, if I were to take my flute and play, I would tongue with my throat, I would go, it's like I'm kind of coughing, it's like, Adam's apple. See that? That's kind of like tonguing with the throat instead of tip of the tongue. Don't forget the tip of the tongue. Now where does it touch? Not your teeth. The roof of your mouth. Very good. You guys are great. Alright. Another common problem that people face is the nanny goat. And what I mean by that is like the oh, you stupid troll, I'm going to cross your bridge one of these days. You don't want to sound like a goat when you're playing the flute. Clear your throat, support, take in air, down low, tip of the tongue. Pardon me. That was a little better. Thank you. Alright, I don't believe I have anything else to really cover except for giving you a way to practice this other than on your flute. A good way to start out would be take your hand, this hand. No, I'm just kidding. It can be either hand. Make it flat. Put it out in front of your mouth like so. Just blow some air on it. Try that with me. Now, start the attack with touching the tip of your tongue where it's supposed to go to articulate. And go do do do, da da da, do do do. Now go do do do, do do do. Now go da ga da ga, double tongue. Do go do go do go. You feel the little puffs of air on your hand? That's how you know if you're doing it right. Well, you guys are great. You're spectacular learners. I really do enjoy your interest in learning how to play the flute. So just keep up the great work, and I will see you next time. Thank you. See ya.